So glad you've joined me. I want to talk about toxic relationships. Coming up next on Pastor Bob's Coffee Break. I suck and Jesus knows it. I love that one. I show this one a lot. It's one of my favorite mugs because it's so true. And folks, drinking once again a little Headbangers brew this morning. Joe Mama is the blend I'm currently drinking, my favorite one. One of 9 blends that we have available, also in K-Cups, also 5-pound bags. Our mugs, our posters, our t-shirts, all of our swag, we have a lot of it right here. WeAreMetalWeAreFamily.com. Dear Pastor Bob, I'm writing you this letter because I'm getting out of a toxic relationship. Ultimately, I know that I need to focus my heart and attention on God. I have an eagerness for having a special someone in my life to fill this void. I'm currently moving out, and I admit that I followed my heart, which is deceitful. Can you help me with insights on how to stay focused on getting my life back on track with God? I need a vacation from relationships. It sounds like you do. Well, it's easy to get involved in toxic relationships, folks. It's really easy. And because when we follow, and I'm not saying you're following your heart, I think you're following something, but it might be lust, it might be your own desires, but you know, when you really analyze your heart and when God puts something in your heart, it's a different thing. And so many times we get really confused because it is confusing. Our emotions, our own actions, our own hearts make it very confusing. I understand. But where do we go from here? And what do you do? Well, the first thing is you don't trust your own guidance in this respect, especially when you fall for somebody. And it's easy to do. I still do. I still find myself particularly attracted to specific women. And even though I've never been married, even though the aspects of marriage that most people would miss, I've never had. So that isn't a factor for me. But I'm still attracted to some people, and my mind can go off there. You know, what would it be like to be married to that person? How great would it be to have that person as a companion? You know, all of those things. And we go through scenarios in our heads. But it's real important for me anyway that I get right down and and level myself out a little bit and say, okay, I'm living in fantasy land. Now let's talk about reality. And reality hits me. But that's an important aspect. When you feel like you have to have a relationship and you push yourself to do it because you're lonely and you need someone that you think would be ultimately a good match for you, or sometimes any match for you, and you miss that someone, special someone not being in your life, and you feel a void and all of that, you know, we manufacture a lot of that. And it is true that you'll feel a little bit of a void, but it doesn't mean that you can't have a full life without it. I'm an example of that. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. And I want to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. And it says, do not be so deceived and misled. Evil companionship, communion, associations corrupt and deprave good manners and morals and character. There you go. And sometimes falling in lust with somebody, I'm not going to call it love because it really probably isn't that yet. But falling in lust, falling in heat, some of you are just in heat. You need to have a little water poured on you. whatever it is, you have to be careful. It says, don't be deceived, don't be misled. Now, you say, but this person isn't evil. Evil companionship, any kind of companionship that corrupts you is evil for you. And when you say that you're moving out of this person's life, you're moving because you've been living in the same location, I can kind of figure out what's been going on. And folks, this is very destructive, very bad for you, and obviously not of God. Listen to me for a minute. Whenever you say before you're married, it's okay if we move in together first, you're already in trouble. Secondly, whenever you say it's okay that we have sex, we really love each other, we're going to get married anyway, you're really in trouble. Because both of those things are not love. You're in heat. You're in lust. You're not in love. Folks, don't forget, you are blessed. So go and be a blessing.